On this episode, we're sharing our favorite theme park duos, those perfect combinations of attractions, dining, lounges, and experiences that just belong together. Today's June 12th, 2026. This is episode 877 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey guys!
If you want to be part of the community and join the conversation, get the latest theme park news, as well as live streams from the parks and resorts, head to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic, and on TikTok at MSM Podcast.
Planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World can be overwhelming and at times just downright frustrating. But don't worry, because Mouse Dining removes the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. Visit msmfriends.com to use this free service.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.
Are you ready for your bucket list trip? Our trusted partner, MEI Travel, will handle the planning so you can focus on the memories. They offer free vacation planning services and have nearly 20 years of experience creating memorable vacations. Visit mainstmagic.com/travel for a fee-free, no-obligation quote today.
Well, hello everyone. I hope everyone is going to have a good weekend and get geared up for next weekend, which is Father's Day.
Yay.
Yeah. Are you excited? You get to go back to Disney.
Yeah, I am excited to go back to Disney. We're staying at Riverside, which I'm super excited about.
Oh, yeah, me too.
We got 3 nights there, and we are, I'm going to use the word forcing, the girls to come with us when we go down on Thursday. They're going to drive separately, and they're going to head home Friday because 24 hours is enough, I think, for them. But
yeah.
But what we did, we ended up adding them to the room, thanks to our wonderful travel advisor, Amy.
Yes.
With MEI Travel.
Thank you.
And, you know, we're going to go to the water park on the way down. We're going to go to Typhoon Lagoon before we head to the hotel. And, you know, I think the it's like $69 or somewhere around there for a water park day pass.
Okay.
As pass holders, we can purchase up to 3 water park tickets for $49 each. Mm-hmm. But to add the girls for the whole weekend to the room was only addition of $83. So it actually cost a little bit less to just add them to the room, use that free water park day when we go down. So I am super excited for that. Also, the Haint is back in the office because we again, for some odd reason, which I cannot explain, the overall volume through some setting I didn't know existed was turned down. And so we started recording, and the sound levels were all off. I did nothing to there's nothing in my brain that I can think of that could have messed with that. So
I don't like being in here. I'm glad I don't be in here all the time.
I gotta work in here every day.
I know.
I'm only here. All the ghosts.
I'm in here only once like a week and for a short period of time.
Well, I just got to deal with them. I'm going to name them. It seems to be a nice ghost. It's just kind of annoying. He just likes messing with little things.
Well, I mean, just like Bucky, like we were kind of doing something and I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
He turned off the...
Yep. Bucky likes to lay on my desk, and he likes to lay, I mean, he's a cat, so he likes to lay on keyboards. He likes to lay on electronics. Stopped the recording after we got started. So anyway, ghosts aside, today we are going to talk about the best theme park duos at not Magic Kingdom, at Walt Disney World. We'll talk about each of the 4 parks.
Cool.
So these are like the things. We kind of had this idea the other day when we went to Beak and Barrel, right?
Yes.
Because now we love to ride Pirates of the Caribbean either right before or right after our Beak and Barrel reservation, right?
Yeah.
And so we were talking and we were like, hey, what are some other like perfect combos of whether it's a restaurant and an attraction, a show and a snack, shopping and a ride, whatever it may be. So what we're going to do is we've got some listed out for each of the 4 parks at Walt Disney World. Mm-hmm. And then let's go after that and let's pick our top 5. Like the top 5 that if you're going for a trip, you're going to hit all the parks. These are the ones you should really try and do.
Okay.
So we'll start off with the one we were just talking about, Rhonda, right?
Magic Kingdom. Yes. And of course, Pirates of the Caribbean and Beak and Barrel. And that's what we did when we have a reservation. We were going by, and I'm trying to remember, I believe you actually had a lightning lane that day.
I did.
But it literally said 5 minutes, which it was nice because sometimes you've walked up and you're like, oh, that's a 25, 30-minute wait.
Yeah.
But it was 5 minutes. So it's really cool. You're walking up into that area, you see the pirate sign, you go in, you ride pirates. I think, in my opinion, this is the way to probably do it right at first.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that too, like if order matters, and I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we rode it, loved the ride, great ride. I believe you got pretty wet that time.
I did. I got hit with one of those cannons. Yeah. I was right in the right spot for one of those water cannons in that, first initial scene after the drop.
I think it should say you may get wet now on that ride because
you could. You definitely can.
Yeah. But it's summer, so with all that being said, it was a great refreshing splash.
Yep.
Yeah, and then right after the ride, I think it was literally right our time. So we went right up and checked in. So it was really cool.
Yeah. And when you talk about the order of doing them, obviously, in a perfect world, you would step off of Pirates, you'd walk around, you'd go right into Beak and Barrel. You can't do that exactly with this one because you need a reservation for Beak and Barrel.
Oh, 100%.
So most of these won't be that way. Most of these you could really step from one to the other. So you do want to plan a little bit. Pirates is like 15 minutes long. If you got a 15-minute wait, if you're doing it before, you probably want to allow 5 to 10 minutes to get ahead of your reservation. So you do have to time it out a little bit. I just like it personally in this order. And there was a lot of folks when I put this out on Twitter that like it in the reverse order, do Beak and Barrel, then walk right into Pirates. That's one where I think you can make it more of a seamless transition from one to the other. But I like this one because you go through Pirates, you end with Jack and his treasure, and then it's like, in my opinion, you're almost going into Beak and Barrel to celebrate with the other pirates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your bounty.
Yeah.
And talk about all your plundering. So I like to do it in that order.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next one, which is a newly reopened ride over in Frontierland that I think these two just kind of work together. It's probably not as close as some of the others, but
no. And we're talking about Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. But it is right there. And I think it does work really well because of the scenery inside and then, Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, I would do the ride first on this one, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to fill myself with delicious Tex-Mex and then get on Big Thunder.
Ew.
Even though it's smoother.
Yeah. I would not either.
Yeah.
100%.
Our next one is a ride plus shopping combo. And I think everyone does this probably, right?
Oh, yeah. And that's a Haunted Mansion in Memento Mori. I don't think it matters which way you do it.
No, I don't either.
Sometimes if it is unfortunately like a 30-minute wait or something, we have had things to do where we can't use the 30 minutes. And so we have not ridden it. But I think I do walk in Memento Mori, period, every single time I step into Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, and this is one. Well, this is one you kind of have to think about, because it'd be, I'll look ahead at Hollywood Studios and look at something like Tower of Terror, where there's not a time that we ride Tower of Terror that we don't spend at least 5 minutes in the gift shop afterwards. But you're forced to go through the gift shop,
Correct.
Getting off of Toy Story Mania and exiting through that gift shop. There's so many, obviously, that are set up, gift shop, after you exit the ride. This is not set up this way.
Correct.
You have to make an effort to say, hey, I want to walk into this shop and look around.
That's true.
For us who have ridden Haunted Mansion hundreds of times and we ride it at least once a month because we're in Magic Kingdom once a month.
Yeah.
And it's on our to-do list every time. I don't know that the order matters as much for us. I do like the idea, I think, of someone who maybe doesn't get to do it as often, of doing the ride first and then shopping. Because then once you walk into the shopping, into Memento Mori, you connect with what you just saw on the ride.
I agree.
And I think you'll be more inclined to want to purchase something at that moment. As if, let's just say you've never done it. It's your first trip. You walk into Memento Mori first. You're going to kind of be like, well, I don't really know what these things are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I guess that makes sense.
So you could obviously do it, then ride the ride and be like, oh, that's why there was this there. You know, that's why there's a Spirit jersey that looks like it's got a cast member pin on it. And,
right.
oh, that's their, costumes that the cast members wear in the ride. Then you're going to end up just going back.
Could you imagine not having that information? I mean, normal for us.
Right.
But could you imagine never seeing the Haunted Mansion? Like,
it would be so, well, here's the thing I wonder. What would it be like riding the Haunted Mansion for the first time ever now and knowing nothing about it?
That's great.
How many folks, and this is where I'd love to hear from people out on social or whatever, hit us up. If you have never ridden Haunted Mansion and you went for your first time, just say you went last year or whatever, and it was your first trip to Disney, your first time riding it, what are your thoughts when you have other rides that are obviously much more technologically advanced? Again, we're talking 50-plus-year-old ride. I wonder what the thoughts are. I wonder how many people ride it and they don't have that love and nostalgia. So much of ours is based off of that. Now, I still think that it is such a brilliant executed ride. And I still personally believe that if you built it brand new today, in many ways, you'd want to make it the exact same.
Yeah.
I think this is a ride where if you get too much technology in it, it is going to ruin what it is. I think it works so well, but that's also coming from someone who, has ridden it hundreds of times and for decades.
Crazy.
So
I just think it's so cool to have no idea.
Well, again, it's easy for someone to, it's easy to go, man, oh, imagine riding Cosmic Rewind for your first time. But Cosmic Rewind is something that sets more of a standard for what new rides are like. Go over to Epic Universe. You go over to Epic Universe, you ride Monsters Unchained, and you're like, oh, wow.
Right.
If you went into Epic Universe, into Dark Universe, and they had a dark ride that was basically Haunted Mansion, but themed to something Dark Universe and classic monsters, how do you think most people would feel?
I mean, I don't know.
You know what I mean? I don't know if most people would be like, all right, there's a graveyard scene, and there's like mannequin heads on sticks that just pop up. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Now again, I think all of that works so well, but that's coming from a lot of nostalgia and stuff. So it's just something that's interesting. I would love to see a new dark ride that is built in a classic way.
Yeah.
And then
I started to say, like, do you think they could take away those and use some things that are not classic, but
all of a sudden you use a hologram head. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
I know.
I don't know if that takes away or I don't know. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
The next one, when we get to our top 5, I will fight hard for this to be in the top 5. And I don't think it'll surprise anyone. What is it?
Jungle Cruise and Skipper Canteen. Now, they are not
These
close.
were built for each other, though.
They are.
Yeah.
They really were built for
literally.
each other.
Yeah.
And I say they're not close. Again, it's not like stepping off the ride and, like a right there around the corner. Like you literally have to walk.
Yeah, you got to walk down a little bit.
And down and to the left. But it is a situation where they are one and the same. Like the skippers, who is your person to wait on you. That is a skipper, and they will kind of tell the puns on the same as the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
So,
Skipper Canteen will remain one of the most underrated restaurants of all time at Disney. And I don't think that's just because of the food, which is good. We've always enjoyed it, except for the duck the one time. But it's going to be, say, for our duck episode. At least it wasn't squab or pigeon pie. But, we go, oh man, they created this amazing bar, Beak and Barrel. after Pirates of the Caribbean. How cool. Oh, there's the Haunted Mansion parlor on the Disney Destiny and Treasure. How cool. Nobody's ever like, we have a full service sit-down restaurant that is themed after a very classic and one of the best rides in all of Disney parks in Skipper Canteen that was built as an extension of the ride. But I don't think enough people see it that way. And maybe that is due to the distance. Maybe that is just people don't know well enough. But, for this one, I think you go Jungle Cruise to Skipper Canteen because the food in Skipper Canteen to me is almost like, all right, we've been out on this cruise. We've been out on this Jungle Cruise. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And we were eating spiders and whatever, right?
No.
And we got back, and now we actually are kind of rewarded with a real sit-down meal. But you get all of the same history, all of the same detail, your punny skippers as your servers. So I think it works so well in that order. It's another one I think you can time real well with a lightning lane and then a dining reservation. If you don't have a lightning lane, Jungle Cruise can certainly see higher wait times normally than Pirates and Haunted. So you just want to plan it out well. Of course, you're going to, if you literally walk up 10 minutes late to Skipper Canteen and go, hey, I'm 10 minutes late for my reservation. I was on the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to another one.
Yes. And this is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And then to stop and get beignets at the Golden Oak Outpost.
Yeah. I mean, you literally go through Tiana's queue. You're watching the kitchen that she makes beignets in.
And you see
and then
beignets.
You can go out and eat them afterwards.
So, yes, I completely agree.
You do it in that order, or you're going to go the opposite way?
I don't think it matters, to be honest. But I will say what I think they should have done. Instead of it being at the Golden Oak Outpost, I think that little place over there that has the merch in it, that should be it. And then all of the merch.
Pop-up stand there. Oh, you remove the merch out completely. So that would be a quick service style restaurant
100%.
kiosk. Yeah.
100%.
Where'd you put the merch?
Back where the pictures are and everything. That place is large enough that I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they don't utilize that now.
No, I mean, there's
some... The doors were closed.
The doors were closed, but there's some things in there.
Yeah.
But then they have the pictures, but there's still like space over. There's still so much where I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Or you're 100% right.
They take the pictures out of there because everything's so digital now where everything they can have one picture place up front.
You don't even need
and
it.
then they can go, where did you go? Well, we were at Tiana's. Okay, they're pulling it up and this is where you can buy it. You don't have to buy it there.
Yeah.
And then put all that little merch in with the other merch and then make that something.
Yeah, I like the idea of where the photos.
Close.
Yeah, and some of that is, I like that, the idea of that being Tiana's foods to go.
Something.
So you keep the merch, the main merch shop where it is.
Sure.
You turn that into Tiana's food to go.
Yeah.
And it can have beignets. It can have some of the other, you can put in there, they have that like hot honey chicken, I think there. Yeah. They've got some different items there, and you put those in there. So you're literally getting off the ride and you're walking with Tiana's food to go. And you can build it in a format that it is a grab and go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to put tables even in there. Maybe a couple stand-up ones would be nice.
Because the Golden Oak Outpost is, right across from...
it doesn't fit that much to have Tiana's beignets there.
Yeah.
It's just where they could put them.
Yeah.
Other option, and who knows if they'll end up doing something like this once Piston Peak and the whole Cars Land area opens, is that, Pecos Bill turns into a Tiana's, restaurant.
Wait, what? They are? Or you're
No,
saying
I'm saying that is something that could happen.
Oh.
And then you get an actual Tiana's Cafe or Palace or, place, whatever it may be there. But I still think actually coming out and doing that would work really, really well. I like that idea. All right, here's one that might work, especially if you like history. And during the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, this would pair pretty well together.
Yeah, and we were talking about the Hall of Presidents and then eating at Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yeah. I mean,
it's so good food.
Yeah, you go to Hall of Presidents, you
Yep.
get the history and all of that. And then you go into Liberty Tree Tavern, which the walls are filled with additional history, and you get to eat like our forefathers of turkey and green beans and mashed potatoes.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, it's
really
the
good.
food's great. We need to get into Diamond Horseshoe for the Jesse's Roundup that's currently happening, the show and characters that's currently happening there right
super
now.
Cute.
So for cool kids summer. All right, next up, this is an absolute classic, and while this is not one that we do very often,
not at all,
maybe ever.
When's the last time we've done this?
I don't know. What is it?
Sorry, Enchanted Tiki Room, and then getting a Dole Whip after.
Yeah.
Or
they're right
before.
there. Yeah, or before. They're right there.
They're
right
there.
next to each other. The theming is perfect.
What makes you put those two together? Because I don't know what Dole Whip reminds
pineapple.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's at the Poly.
Right, you've got Dole Whip. I mean, you've got Dole Whip everywhere now. It's but but that is such the perfect and kind of like one of the original combos of putting the Enchanted Tiki Room and Dole Whip right there next to each other.
Yeah,
so I think to put them together is classic nostalgic Disney.
Okay.
All right, let's move on down to Epcot. This one, when I was talking about this, was recommended by our friend Mary Ann, and it's brilliant. We have done this.
Yes, we have.
But it wasn't one of the ones that immediately popped in my mind. So I thank her for bringing this one up.
Yes, and this one is Garden Grill and Living with the Land. I, first of all, love Living with the Land. And I remember doing this because, and I think I would have, if it wasn't on here, I might have said something.
What order do you think order matters?
I think honestly, not really, because
I think it works both ways.
I do too. Yep. If you sit down at Garden Grill and eat, and then you go ride the land, you're like, holy crap, some of this, some of this came from here. Yep. That's super cool. Or if you do Living with the Land, and then you go and sit down at Garden Grill.
Hey, remember when we just saw that being grown?
Right.
Now we're eating it.
Depending on where you sit.
Yep.
And the rotational restaurant. And like, because where we sat one time, you can like look over the edge, and we're like, oh, look. And, you hear the dog barking at some point. And anyways, so yeah, I love this. Living with the Land is one of my favorites because, that's why I have a fake banana tree.
Yeah.
It's never grown bananas. And I think we've had it for 8 years now or something.
And, this is one, why wouldn't you do this?
Oh my
God,
God,
you are ever dining at Garden Grill, just go and Living with the Land.
I love it so
The
much.
wait's usually not very long. Even if it is, it's worth it in the end. And it is pretty cool,
And then Behind the Seeds.
Yes, yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about pairing three together, you could do all three together. Go ahead.
Behind the Seeds is only like $40 bucks,
$39 for pass holders, I think. It's very, very...
It's very
affordable.
Very affordable for even a larger family, because it doesn't, you're getting a nice, fun... And then Stanley. You can touch Stanley. I have Stanley. Wow.
We did. We have Cusco. We've named ours Cusco.
You have.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. And I think order does matter here, because I'm getting a little snacky snack to wait in line for this attraction, right?
Okay. So we're talking about Grand Fiesta Tour and La Cava.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I skipped one. Go to the next one. Let's talk about that one first. I skipped over the Grand Fiesta. Go to the next one.
Go to Frozen Ever After?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and the Kringla Bakery. That thing. Yeah, that's super fun.
We've done this multiple times.
Yeah, to go there, get something, and then stand in line, because Frozen is never going to be, to me.
Yeah, it's never going to be
I've
Pirates.
never seen
it's never
it
going to
like
be Haunted. It's never going to be Living with the Land.
It's not going to be very
a 5
short.
minute wait.
It's going to be at least 30. If it says 60, it might be maybe 45.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really nice to do that one. And then stand in line and then ride it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we've done that. When you're in the outdoor queue there, we've usually finished our treat, whether you're getting school bread, you're getting whatever the bullets they have, they had the hazelnut one, they had the lemon one. Right now we're at Diet Epcot, so you could just go ahead and get the school bread and walk in line.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good pair. All right, now go back one
to the Grand Fiesta Tour.
And I'll be honest, well, it's Grand Fiesta Tour and like La Cava, but I think just experiencing everything you can within
And
the
100%.
pyramid
Yeah,
is
yeah.
worth it. So I think you look at Grand Fiesta Tour. You could look at either grabbing a drink or something at La Cava. You could look at doing San Angel Inn and dining.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, so you're like, hey, we just did that boat ride.
Yep.
Or you're on the boat ride going, hey, we're going to go eat there next. And you take in the shopping. You know, they have the artists right there that are like carving out of wood little animals and such. We bought Kaylin a little chihuahua once. A little hand-carved chihuahua from there. You know, so I think actually experiencing everything in there at the same time is like one giant combo. And you really don't want to miss out on any of it.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
agree.
Let's move on to our next one. Go ahead.
Spaceship Earth and Geo 82.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. And
I would do ride first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like history is talked about in Geo 82 about Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
So yes, ride Spaceship Earth first, and then Geo 82. And Geo 82 is really good.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they'll tell you, spoiler alert if you haven't been in there, that they originally had thought maybe making Spaceship Earth gold. And
Which
that's
is
why
crazy.
Everything would be so weird. But again, if it was
But
if it was made gold
and
right
you
now,
said
we'd be walking into
silver.
Geo 82 silver going, man, that'd be so weird if Spaceship Earth was silver. So everything in Geo 82 is gold accented because of that, as, you know, an ode to that. I still think, you know, we'll probably have to do some new research, but I think they have one of the best charcuteries on property. Of course, if you're an alcoholic beverage drinker, you've got plenty to go by.
Yeah.
If you're a non-alcoholic beverage drinker, their Manhattan
Really
in the
good.
morning is outstanding.
Yes.
Which is a zero proof cocktail.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to a little more, I guess, history first. This is Rhonda's favorite combo anywhere.
No, it's not.
Then this will take out half your day, by the way.
It'd be a good. All right, here. All right, I got it.
I know
So
which
we're
order
doing
you're doing it
American
in.
Adventure
Yeah.
and Regal Eagle Smokehouse. You're gonna eat at Regal Eagle Smokehouse first,
Take a nap.
and
in
then you're
American
gonna go to
Adventure.
American Adventure and take a nap. Yes.
Why do you hate America?
I don't.
In
but
our
it's
250th
so
year,
good.
Rhonda's going to sleep through all the history. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll be honest. I don't know the roots and history of barbecue. So I don't know how well these actually match up. Like, you know, I don't know if Alexander Hamilton was, you know, eating ribs and brisket or what, but I do think, you know,
I
these
would
two match up pretty
assume
well.
it came, like, even going back to like Spaceship Earth, I would assume it came from
Oh yeah,
literally like,
cooking over an open flame.
Yes.
Yeah.
And having to like, you know, maybe it's slower. I don't know. But then they like realize,
Yeah.
wow, this is really, I don't know.
But to be honest, and while I don't think you should sleep through American Adventure, and it literally has nothing to do with history, it is just an amazing feat. It is
Yeah.
such an amazing show.
yeah.
You know, it really blows my mind. But when you're all full on that big old platter of barbecue food, and you do go in there to rest, even if you can stay awake, you get 45 minutes to let everything digest. So I think it's a really good pair
That
because
sounds
of that.
so nice.
All right, next we have our first and I believe only ride and show combo.
Okay. And this is The Seas with Nemo and Turtle Talk with Crush.
Dude,
That's
you
fun.
gotta do
And it
this.
doesn't matter which way you do it.
No,
I
it
feel
doesn't.
like.
It doesn't.
And then what's really cool
And if you got kids, man, you got to do these two. You got to do both of them.
Well, and like you said earlier with Grand Fiesta Tour, Seas with Nemo, when you go in there and when you exit,
Yeah.
basically just go over to everything.
Yeah.
Go walk
Spend time in
through.
there.
Yeah. Walk through everything.
Yep.
It's so cool, especially with the kids. Like, that gives you some nice, good reprieve too.
Yes.
So.
Yep. Yeah. Go let your kids look at all the fish, look at the manatees, find the dolphin. I mean,
There's
the
a
dolphins are
playground
fun
in
out
there.
There is. Yeah.
A little like
Yep.
cute
There
playground.
is.
And so, yeah.
If
I don't think there's dolphins in there anymore.
no, they took them out.
I'm sad.
If you could only do one of the two for the rest of your life, but you had to do it every time you hit Epcot, The Seas with Nemo or Turtle Talk with Crush.
Seas with Nemo.
Really?
I
It's the
would.
exact same thing. Every time you go, Turtle Talk is different.
I know, but I wouldn't want to be picked on at Turtle Talk, and I probably would be.
No, there's a lot of hand raising in there, though. Usually you got to raise your hand. Only time I feel like you get picked on as an adult when you don't want to be is when your little kid is sitting up front and they raise their hand, and then Crush is like, "Hey, who's the parent?" You know what I mean? That's the only thing I think.
Then maybe.
Yeah, I love Turtle Talk with Crush.
But we never do it.
We don't, but it's because I don't want to get picked on.
Okay.
No, let's go back and we won't get picked on. All right, let's move on over to Hollywood Studios, and we're going to start with our newest combination.
Yes, and that is Rock and Roller Coaster and the Foods by Swedish Chef.
Yeah, I mean, it's Muppets and Muppets.
Yeah.
They're all right there.
Yep.
Food by Swedish
That
Chef
is nice
the cart
that
as soon as
you're
exit.
leaving. Yep, 100%.
You get some fun foods. We really liked the drumstick churro.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
so
really good.
You get to go see Animal play
And
on
I
the
bet
ride,
the
and then you come out and eat his drumstick.
Walking nacho thingy's really good.
Yeah, we got to get that next time.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll give that a shot next time we go. There's not a lot to it. I don't think there's a true protein in it. I think it's like queso, tomatoes, and there's maybe one other thing. But I want a true like walking taco.
Of course you do.
Of course, I love tacos. All right, what's next? We're going to go over to Galaxy's Edge actually for these two.
Yeah, and we're going to do Rise of the Resistance and Docking Bay 7 or Docking Bay 7 and then Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, I don't think the order there
I
matters.
don't think it does either.
know,
Because
I
you're
could-
in Galaxy's Edge.
I could almost say, if you really want to feel like it's a bit of a story, the same way that it's like, hey, we just went on this jungle cruise. And now we're going to sit down and eat and kind of,
yeah.
I think you could do Rise of Resistance first.
Yeah,
right? So
I'll agree with
you've
that.
kind of saved Help the Resistance.
Right.
And then you're like, hey, let's all go together and celebrate with a meal of food. Mm-hmm. And that's what you go to Docking Bay 7 for.
I'll agree with that.
All right. Next, this one I think this could be done flip-flopped either way.
Either way.
Yeah.
Which is Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, and Oga's Cantina.
Yeah, I see it as either way. I almost see it as like, hey, we're going to Oga's. We're going to kind of, we're getting ready to go on this mission. We're getting ready to go on this run in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
Gear
up for it. They do have a little more substantial food items there
Yes,
now
they
than they
do.
used to.
Yes, they do.
Maybe, just don't get the strongest drinks if you got to go fly a ship. Just you don't want to get pulled over or anything.
Well, or just don't be the pilots.
Yeah, or just don't be the pilots, and then you could also do the same thing like we're talking about with these other ones. Like, hey, we just completed this run, and now you get to do it with Grogu, right?
Yeah.
And Mando. And then you come off and are like, let's go celebrate there in Oga's Cantina. So I think either way works. Maybe in one of these couple trips we have up, I get a reservation at Oga's, and I want to go back for the pretzel bread for that little chorizo flatbread pizza thing, because those two are very, very delicious there. All right, let's move on over to Animal Kingdom. We got a couple over here.
Yes, and that is Kilimanjaro Safaris and Harambe Market.
Yeah, I just think it's a good combo. The location is good.
Because you get off and you're pretty much you get off and you could walk some of the trails if you
could.
wanted.
Yep, you sure could.
Then
Combine all three.
right afterwards, go and get something from Harambe Market. And that is really cool because it's right there.
Mm-hmm. And again, you can frame this either way, and we just say it's because, I think of having kids and telling the story, of, hey, we need to go fuel up. We're getting ready to go on this journey in this safari.
Yeah.
Or, hey, we just went on this safari. Now let's go. We're hungry. Let's go sit. Let's relax a little bit and do it in that way. Next, over in Asia, these aren't exactly next door to each other, but I think it's a good combination.
Yes, and that is Expedition Everest and Yak and Yeti. And then, there's the Yak and Yeti little market that you could go to.
Yes, you can go to Local Foods Cafe if you want. So same thing. We've been on a journey. We're getting ready to go on this journey of Everest.
I would do the food after.
Yeah.
Personally.
I totally get that.
Because it is a roller coaster.
Yep.
Goes frontwards and backwards and circles.
Roller coasters in the dark.
Ugh. I'd not.
Now here's when you could say, hey, let's grab something from Local Foods Cafe. It's a 45-minute wait, right? So we're going to head over to Everest afterwards. We're going to take our time through the queue waiting, digesting our food, and then we're going to go ahead and ride. I think could also possibly work. Speaking of mountains, and we just talked about Kilimanjaro, my brother is signed up to go to Africa next year, and I think it's hiking like the base camps of Mount Kilimanjaro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
so
amazing.
He's supposed to do it for his 50th birthday this year, but he couldn't get the group whatever together. So I think it's a group of like 10 guys I go out there and hike and share feelings and eat. I don't know what. Gazelles.
Ew.
All right. We've got one more here. We're going to head on over to Pandora.
Yes. And that is riding, and I guess either way, riding Flight of Passage and then eating at Satali Canteen.
Yeah. Mostly
But I
just because it's
think-
the best quick service on property.
Yeah.
So any excuse
I
to eat
think
there
it
is
would
great.
be Flight of Passage first because it tells the story and then it still is like part of that
Yeah.
story.
You're
And
right.
it's very close, which is really nice
Yep.
when you're exiting Wind Traders
Mm-hmm.
and you just turn left right there and there it is.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. It's just, yeah, that's a great combo.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think that any excuse to eat
and
there.
then you could eat breakfast
Yep, you
there.
can get breakfast.
Which is really good.
So good.
So
I've
good.
I've been thinking about that souffle thing. That little egg
Really?
souffle
Yeah,
thing.
it was really
With
good.
the goat cheese. Oh my gosh, it was good.
Yeah.
The chimichurri steak. Oh, I loved it. All right, let's pick out our top 5. Jeez, that was a lot of ops in there for me. And then put them in order. I think Pirates and Beak and Barrel is got to go on there. Don't you agree?
Sure.
What are you suring it for?
No,
what do
I
you
don't-
want?
I don't know.
You tell me. Give me your top 5 if you want.
I like Garden Grill and Living with the Land.
I agree 100%.
Okay.
1,000%. You can. It's Jungle Cruise and Skipper Canteen are on here. There's no way they don't make the
fine.
top 5. All right, so Jungle. So we need 2 more.
I would
out of
say
here.
Flight of Passage and Satili for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna write that a little bit further down, and we'll have a discussion.
Okay.
But I think it could. I think Smuggler's Run and Oga's are such a good pair. Don't you agree?
Sure.
Okay, so Smug and Oga. Flight could be our 4th.
I'm thinking more because I would say Haunted Mansion and Memento, but I'm like
Like
that's
having a food
I just started
involved
to
where you
say, I
sit
think
and you
it's the
spend more
food,
time. I
yeah.
do agree with that, and that's where I
So-
really do like Flight of Passage and Satuli Canteen there.
and I like the stories.
yes.
Like I think I like the
Okay.
stories
Let's
more
keep it in
because
our
I started to
5
say Grand Fiesta Tour and that whole like
Right.
But I'm like no, because there's no stories
Right.
there like there is with Flight of Passage and
Okay.
Saltily and
So
Garden
let's do
Grill
that.
and Living with
so
the
we have
Land and
Pirates and Beak and Barrel, Garden Grill and Living with the Land, Jungle Cruise and Skipper Canteen, Smuggler's Run and Oga's Cantina, Flight of Passage, and Satuli Canteen. What would you say out of? Are you cool with Flight being the 5th best in Satuli Canteen, or do you think that would go higher?
so we have nothing from Epcot.
We do not. So get with it, Epcot.
Well, I was gonna say, didn't I say Garden Grill and Living with the Land?
Oh no, we do. Yeah, we have
Oh,
Garden Grill and
okay.
Living with the Land.
All
You're
right.
right. I'm
then
sorry.
yes,
Yeah, we
Flight.
do. Okay, so Flight will go. Flight
5th.
and Satuli Canteen will go as 5th. Okay.
So that's from Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
Next,
What would you say after that one?
I don't care. Now I don't care.
I
You're the
I'll
big.
throw up there, man. I really think that Pirates and Beak is number 1.
Really?
I do. What would you put
Okay.
number 1 above that?
I don't know.
I think. I mean, I don't know. Garden. I could see putting Garden Grill and
I guess
Living
Pirates
with the
is
Land
fine.
at like number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Pirates will go number 1. Garden Grill will go at number 2. Number 3,
You want Jungle?
I do. And that puts Smugglers in number 4. So,
yeah. So we have. Okay. Cool.
Rhonda and Jeremy of Main Street Magic's top 5 theme park duo combinations
Yep.
are number 5. Right. And again, you can decide on the order, but you've heard what we thought. Flight of Passage and then dining at Satali Canteen.
Which is at Animal Kingdom.
Yep. Number 4 is going to be
At Hollywood
Smuggler's
Studios.
Run and Oga's Cantina.
Yep.
Number 3, Jungle Cruise and Skipper Canteen. Mm-hmm. Number 2, at Epcot, Garden Grill and Living with the Land. You can eat what you see. You see what you're going to eat. I mean, it really is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
really
I
is.
love it.
Only
I
thing they
absolutely
need
love
on the
it.
Garden Grill's menu, not that I want it, is tilapia. Or the bass. Like, hey, I just saw that
that'd be
dude swimming.
sad.
Like, could it be pick your own like you can with
No,
lobsters?
ew.
I want to have to do it myself. Like, I want to have to reach in and grab it.
No.
I think if you a spear, you go spear fishing
No.
as part of behind the scenes.
kinda sad.
And you catch your own fish.
No.
You do understand that how they get them there, right? You just don't want to do it yourself?
Correct.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's chicken. That's everything.
Yeah.
Like I
if
started
you-
watching Euphoria again just to watch it because I love Zendaya, and then I just to just get it over with because started watching it and I feel like I'm not that person to stop and not finish.
Right.
I'm watching it and they killed a chicken and they had this like tool that
Oh, it's not pretty, no.
No, it was sad. And I'm like, if I watched
we won't
and
get
like,
into all
nope.
that.
Because that's
Yeah.
where I'm like, nope, my food. I don't want to like the greens and all that. 100%. Even the fish swimming around.
So you'd pick your own greens. You'd be okay just going out and just
100%.
ripping a cabbage from its
Yep.
family.
Yep.
But God forbid you take a fish out of that thing.
Yeah.
You're probably doing the fish a favor. They're just swimming in circles all day long for their entire life. I don't think that's exactly humane. And number 1, Pirates of the Caribbean and Beak and Barrel. If your favorite combination did not make it on here, let us know. You can find us out on social media at Main ST Magic. Search for the brand new official Main Street Magic community on Facebook since we had to start over there. Thank you, everyone who's come in and joined. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
We're building back that group very, very quickly, and we love it. You can check out wonderlandcrew.com for a lot more. We just scheduled, I'll tell you when it is, our first VIP crew call at the end of the month. So a bunch of us are going to get together and chat Disney and hang out. But you can check all that out. And then, of course, we would be thankful if you subscribe, get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. And we're even more thankful if you leave us a rating and review.
Because it helps our show grow.
And that's all we've got. We'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.